I'm going to share with you the 3 secrets that I use on a consistent daily basis to generate as much as $100,000 to $250,000 per week. And yes, that's absolutely true. These awards prove it. And in today's video, I want to give you a plan of action that you can use, whether you're trying to make $100,000 a month, or maybe you're totally brand new and you're starting from scratch and you just want to learn how do you make an extra $10, $20, $30,000 per month in your online business? How do people make money? And if that gets you excited, make sure that you subscribe, click the like button and the notification bell so you can get notified of my next video. So with that being said, let's drive straight into it. By the way, just so you're confident in what I'm going to share with you, this has been responsible for creating my first ever $1 million when I was around 23 years old. This is nearly 10 years ago. And then because I understood the formula once, okay, I could rinse and repeat it. And that's the difference between learning tactics that are very short term, Facebook ads, YouTube ads, Instagram ads. This kind of stuff is very tactical. It's very short term, meaning like today Facebook has one rule, and then tomorrow or next week or next month they can change the rules. And for me, what I decided to do early on, this was about 10 plus years ago when I got into this industry, is I made a commitment to learn long-term principles. And I came across a guy called Jay Abraham, which I actually done a podcast with him. You can find it on my YouTube channel. And I remember learning from him, and he talked about entrepreneurs that are strategic and they think long-term and they develop long-term skills versus tactical short-term thinkers, right? And so early on, I said to myself, okay, what are the die-hard principles that if I learn, it will always stay with me? And I remember going to New York. I must have been like, I don't know, 21, 22 years old. I go to New York and I'm sitting in a room. I was the youngest kid there. All these guys were these American millionaire entrepreneurs, very successful, making $100,000 a month, blah, blah, blah. And I remember during a specific break time, going up to one of these guys, and they were having this conversation about customer acquisition cost. And they were saying how they will spend $200, $180 to get a $20 customer, right? A $20 customer. And I remember just being so confused by this. I went up to them, and the guy's name was Michael and Andrew, 2 guys. And I asked them, hey, Michael, these guys were from Miami. They had flown to New York. And I asked them, hey, guys, like, what are you guys talking about? Like, what, you got a $20 product. Why would you spend $180? Like, I'm confused. And they basically broke down this term. You probably have heard of it, called customer acquisition cost, or front-end customer acquisition. There's so many different terms, but for this video, let's call it customer acquisition cost. Okay, CAC for short, customer acquisition cost. And they explained to me that if they spend $180 to get, let's just say for easy math's sake, $200 to get a $20 customer, because they have back-end programs that are $2,000, $10,000, $20,000. I think those are the 3 price points. Because they have these back-end price points and back-end high-ticket programs, they're able to spend more money to acquire those customers. And until then, I was struggling to get clients. I used to do organic marketing, prospecting. I would literally get DVDs of sales videos, okay, of a specific product, and I would go to live events and hand out these DVDs, because that's what I thought, that's how you do internet marketing. I would hand out these DVDs, wear a suit, hand out business cards, and it was like night and day difference from what I was doing and what these guys were doing. These guys were placing tiny little ads on Facebook, on Google. Back then, Google was really, up and coming. Well, it was actually the main place, and Facebook was up and coming. But they would place these tiny little ads, and they would have people come to them. And I remember walking away from that event thinking, whoa, I'm playing the game completely wrong. It's not about how do I save money. It's about how do I spend more money to get each client. And at the time, I was doing high ticket affiliate marketing. This was, gosh, many, many years ago. And I was also selling like a $25 front end program, which had like a $3,500 or $5,000 back end program. And I came back to London and I started spending more money on ads. At the time, solo ads was huge. You know, I became, I did really well with solo ads, made many, many millions of dollars. But I remember going from absolutely nothing to focusing on one traffic source, understanding this customer acquisition cost where I could go and spend a couple of $100 to get each client. And then on the back end, being immensely profitable because no one else was willing to spend money and go negative. And then I came across this quote, I think it was from Dan Kennedy, which was, whoever spends the most money to acquire each client wins the game, right? So in your industry, whatever product and service you're promoting, just think to yourself, maybe you're a doctor, maybe you're an engineer, maybe you're selling courses, coaching, consulting, whatever the case is. If you can spend more money to acquire clients, okay, even if you go a little bit negative on the front end, right, you're able to win in the marketplace. I mean, like as soon as I got this epiphany, okay, and I started putting into action, it took me less than 3 years to make my first $1 million in profit. And I remember, you know, like most Asian parents, you know, I was told go to school, go to college, go to university. And against my friends and family's wishes, I obviously became an entrepreneur. And I remember calling up my dad and saying, Dad, I've made it. You know, I'm a millionaire. And, you know, he replied back with something along the lines of, okay, son, don't tell no one. Okay. And I was like, what? And he said, okay, well, you done it once, you got lucky. Okay. And there was just something about that. You know, maybe because I'm a little bit rebellious, there was something about that I just said to myself, no, I didn't get lucky. Here's a blueprint and I followed the blueprint. And if I follow it again, surely I should be able to make more money, right? Surely I'd be able to make another $1 million. And, you know, that year I did $1.2 million. The next year I did $2.4 million. And then the following year I did $3.6 million. And then it went to $6.5 million and it kind of took off a life of its own. But going back, it was this one secret metric that I discovered. And I use this as the foundation to grow any and all of my businesses. Right now, I'm an investor in multiple different companies, SaaS companies, investment products, whatever. But I'm always looking at, hey, what's the customer acquisition cost? Because that, by the way, that's the first part. The second part is you have to understand lifetime value, okay? Which basically means, you know, over the lifetime, let's just say over a period of 12 months or 3 years. In my case, I've been in this industry for the last 10 plus years and I plan to stick around for much longer. But let's just say for easy math, lifetime value over 12 months. So how much is someone worth, or how much can someone go and spend in your business over a period of 12 months, right? And that means you need to have different products and services. Like we have 3 public programs that are kind of in the, you know, where people can come and buy. But once someone becomes a customer, we have 5, 10 different product lines, recurring offers, agency offers, licensing deals. We have so many different things on the back end where it increases my customer lifetime value. So someone can come and spend, let's just say, you know, $50. But once they go through my funnels, they can spend $2,000 or they could spend $20,000. In some cases, I have programs that are $50,000 and $100,000 and beyond. Now, because I have a high lifetime value, right, that means I can now go and increase my ad spend to get more customers. I can spend more money on the customer acquisition cost. And I want to show you a real life example that's working right now for us. Okay. And these are my results. So I can't guarantee that you're going to have the same results. So obviously I've got a lot of credibility, a lot of authority, a lot of results in the marketplace. I've built over 1 million email subscribers. So I have a very different positioning in the marketplace than most people. But let me just show you something right now. So this here is what we call our sales funnels challenge. Okay, and our sales funnels challenge is basically a crash course, and if you want to go check it out, go to salesfunnelschallenge.com, or there should be a link below. And this is really the most affordable, cheapest thing that we have. Okay, most of our programs are like, you know, $18,000, $25,000 and beyond, but we created something to help the masses, to help people that are in a 9-to-5 job, or they want to start a side hustle income, or they want to learn about digital marketing, right? So we created something for like $47, and essentially this is the sales page. So this is the sales process that sells the challenge, right? And the challenge is, as you can see, it's only $47, right? Now, when someone comes in, and there's a whole sales page basically that breaks down what they're gonna get. Day one, unlocking your $1 million mindset, you know, how to convert strangers into high-paying clients, how to automate, make passive income, unlocking traffic with MSOT, how to get $3,000, $5,000 paydays, advanced HTA funnels, basically taking behind the scenes of how I run my business, basically all of these cool stuff. Okay, so I go through all of this. You know, it's a pretty long sales page, to be very frank. And when someone goes through this, okay, they click on this link, it's $47. There is a few one-time offers, which basically means that because they go through this specific page, I'm able to give them like one-time offers, special discounted offers that they can't see anywhere else. And through that simple process, someone can go from, and they have, by the way, in the past, okay, they can go from, say, $47 to up to $1,500 and beyond. Now, on the front, you know, when I'm driving traffic, okay, when I'm bringing people into this funnel that's coming from, let's just say, Google ads, Facebook ads, YouTube, Instagram, all of this, my email list, okay, when people are coming in, I can spend comfortably $100, even $150, sometimes even $200 to get one $47 customer. Now you might be thinking, hold on, how would you spend, you know, all this money, 100, 200, 4 times the amount? It's because they're coming through this path, and through this path, I'm able to offer them one-time offers. So my average cart value increases. Does that make sense? Okay, do you see how powerful this stuff is? Okay, this is the power of having sales funnels, marketing funnels that essentially attract your ideal prospects. Okay, you deliver value to them, and then you're able to, over time or even instantly, be able to give them higher ticket offers. Maybe it's $2,000, maybe it's $20,000, but this is a process that I've been using very well. Now, why would I spend, you know, up to $200 to get a $47 customer? Is because I know from my, let's just say I've put in 1,000 people through this program. I know, let's just say from those 1,000 people, you know, each of those $47 customers, they can spend you know, at least, I mean, on average, let's just kind of come up with a great number. My numbers are really high, but let's just say for this video's sake, let's say it's $2,000. Okay. Now, just think about this. Would you exchange $200 to get $2,000? Of course you would. And this is one of the reasons why I love marketing funnels, because it's literally an ATM. Like, once you get one of these funnels right, I could go to Facebook, I could go to YouTube, I could go to Instagram, I could go any platform, and I could spend money to get clients. Okay, and that's what you want. You want a machine that can bring you customers, so that you don't have to go and chase people, so that you don't have to do one-on-one selling, telling, convincing. You have a machine that's feeding you customers, right? So in this case, remember, my customer acquisition cost, the price of the program here is $47. My customer acquisition cost is, I'll spend up to $200. Also, another reason why I'm so confident in being able to spend $200 for this client, to acquire one client, is because I know this is at least, I don't know, maybe like 10 hours of high value content. Okay, so someone can come in and experience really high quality work from myself, from my team. You know, we give worksheets, we give templates, we give scripts. I literally break down my own business model right in front of their eyes, so they can be like, wow, this is really good stuff. And a certain number of those people are going to raise their hand and say, hey, I want to see what you can offer me for 18K or 25K or 50K. Shaq, if I want to get private coaching with you, right? I've literally had people come in for $47 and then they said, wow, this is such great information. Hey, can you do one-on-one? Can I get some of your time? And then just go on straight for $25,000, right? Now imagine my customer acquisition cost was less than $200 and I get a $25,000 sale. Now I can take some of that $25,000, even maybe all of it, and I can now go and flood the market with ads to get more of these customers. Okay, so number one, identify, in summary, identify your customer acquisition cost. Okay, number two, identify your lifetime value. And one of the ways you do that is just work out how much money you've made over the last 12 months, last 6 months, last, X amount of years, how many customers have come in, and you can work out a rough estimate. And number three is you ask yourself this question is, where are your customers hanging out right now that you can go and place ads to attract them? Okay, these are the three scaling questions that I've used to generate over $30 million in sales before I turned 30 years old, from marketing, courses, coaching, consulting, selling stuff on the internet. Okay, and if you take this, if you really understood this, and you can watch this video over and over again, if you understand these three concepts: what is the customer acquisition cost, what is the customer lifetime value, and then where are those customers hanging out? Now you don't, for me anyway, now I don't get overwhelmed with how to grow a business, because I know, hey, if I just stick with this fundamental principle, okay, I can go into any business. And this is what I do. Any company that I launch right now, I'm trying to figure out, hey, what's the customer acquisition cost to get new client? How do I increase the average order value so I can make more money up front? Then I'm like, what's the lifetime value of that customer? How can I integrate high ticket offers, low ticket offers, recurring offers, done for you offers, licensing deals, all of this stuff? And then I ask myself, okay, there's a gazillion different social media sites. What is the 1 to 3 places that I can deploy my capital to get a 3, 5, 10x ROI? Okay, and then your mindset becomes more of a investor mindset than just someone who's always overwhelmed with online marketing, because there is a lot of information coming out. And my goal is to simplify for you as much as I can, and taking what I've learned over the last decade and then just sharing this stuff with you. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below. I'm going to be picking winners on a week-to-week basis. I'm going to be giving away some of my best-selling courses, literally valued at thousands of dollars, just for leaving comments. So leave me a comment and let me know what's your number one takeaway, and make sure you subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.